chillin', serial killing, pre-core villains on the mic, got you reeling. 5-star rated from the floor to the ceiling. If you catch a 1-star, no time for feelings. Got a demon DJ on the ones and twos, by the name Beelzebub, so don't get confused. So grab a seat by the fire, roast them all over two, and prepare to hear the legend of the Straight Chillin' Crew.
What up, nerds? And welcome to another Halloween hangover episode of Straight Chilling, the weekly horror movie review show where you chill and we kill, slice, dice, and chop up yet another horror movie. My name is Bob, and I'll be your host for the evening. This is episode 552, recorded on Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. Tonight, we're talking about the final You Pick the Flick of the year. This one was chosen by your boy Naderade, and it is the all-time classic film, Heartland of Darkness, from 1991, or maybe from 2022. We'll get into it. But before we do, let me introduce everyone else on the show tonight. First up, calling in from Washington, D.C., we got your boy, Rand Diesel. What's up, Randy?
Fuck off!
What's going on, man? I just ate so much spicy food so quickly, and my whole body is rejecting me as a person. So
I reject
enjoy the sounds of my skin trying to flee.
Tight. I look forward to the live on air Wretch coming up in a few minutes.
It's coming, baby. It's coming.
Stay tuned. Last but not least, calling in from Seoul, South Korea, we got Shaboy Soju. What's up, man?
Oh, what up? It's your boy Holly Jolly Soju, boys. 'Tis the season, right? Right, Bob?
Hey, it is eggnog season, and I know you're excited.
Oh, send some my way. Ship it on over, buddy.
I saw eggnog on shelves like 2 weeks ago somehow. Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand.
It is too early.
You should make some eggnog flavored Soju the Man Soju.
Oh, God. That's
Soju the Man's eggnog soju.
American seasonal soju
there you go,
flavors.
Yeah.
For Soju the Man soju.
It'll fly off the shelf.
Jones soda of you.
Dude, I usually have my first sip of nog earliest is Thanksgiving, you know?
Ah, wow. That's a lot of restraint, I feel. That's
I know. I'm practicing restraint, Bob, unlike some of us.
What a loser.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, it is. Halloween is officially concluded. We're moving into the Thanksgiving season. How was y'all's Halloween? What'd you do? What'd you get into? Nothing at all. You, the two of you.
Okay, I will answer this question. I will field this question from the media. Yeah, Beck and I, it was a rare Friday night Halloween, which was very, very nice. And so we had our usual Halloween happy hour actually on the day. Had a good, 20, 25 of our friends come by and enjoy what was like the most massive and impressive charcuterie board situation. It took up our entire kitchen table or dining room table with just like fucking pumpkin donut holes and Dots pretzels and chips and dips and every cracker and every cheese charcuterie stuff. Like, it was great. And we, did the usual thing. Basically, they handed out candy to trick-or-treaters. We also handed out ramen because that's a thing for the youths right now, apparently, because of K-pop, whatever, Demon Hunter show or whatever. I guess it's a thing for the youngs now, and they went ape shit for that ramen. I guess they really love it right now. Yeah, we were very popular after that seal was broken. But other than that, it was just a pretty bog standard, amazing Halloween situation. Very spooky, very fun.
Bog standard, amazing Halloween situation.
Just one of those very boring, amazing nights.
Totally. Yeah, Juice, what'd you get into?
Yeah, actually, I was reflecting back. I'm happy to move on because I was like, wow, my spooky season was quite full, and I pretty much knocked out all the things that you could really do. So, I mean, over the month of October, I went to a theme park that they have here, and they had a special autumn theme going on. They had a pumpkin themed parade that they did, and it had like really cool floats that like rotated around. One was like a graveyard with like ghosts coming out. One was like a spooky tree, and so they're all like ghost themed and stuff. And then at night, it kind of became like a Halloween Horror Nights thing, and they had like zombies walking around, and also they had this random like Wizard of Oz theme going on too. But then they turned it horror. So there was like a dead, rotting like lion hanging out and like stuff. So it was pretty cool. And so I did that. And then a guy that I know owns a farm outside of Seoul, and he did like a Halloween cookout he's a chef. And so he actually grows like pumpkins. And so they were like carving jack-o'-lanterns, and he had like a little corn maze set up, and he threw up Halloween on this like sheet outside, and it had like this big burn hole in it, and it was just like really cool. It was a good autumn night, Halloween, and so that was part of it. We did the Halloween trivia last weekend, and then on Halloween night, Ash went out to Itaewon, the foreign district here, and people are decked out in costumes, like roaming the streets are packed, like so full. Like you have to like walk really slow. There's so many people. Everybody's got crazy costumes on, and stopped by a couple bars, had some American style barbecue, Alabama style. And lots of drinks, lots of bars, and stop by Tiki Bar Bob. They had the Halloween tiki stuff set up too, jack-o'-lanterns in there, and had some tiki cocktails, and then just a regular. Actually, it was like a kind of like flapper style bar that was really cool. And then like an Irish pub too, and they had like green pumpkins set up. So yeah, it was all decked out, costumes galore. Lots of sexy costumes out there, boys. Whoa, Korea's doing it right, you know.
Korea did it all right.
Korea's doing
Halloween
it better
night
than the
was
States
like pretty
these days, boys.
Yeah. The Halloween night was what I described, but like going back, like that haunted forest that we went to, I mentioned it on the podcast during What You've Been Watching a few weeks ago or whatever. That was incredible. Did get to do some cider stuff at the local barns and whatnot. Cider donut finding and so forth. But I had a crazy like busy work month as well, so I didn't get to do as much as I would have liked. I had to do some weekend works and shit that kind of interceded, but it sounds like you had a pretty full one. Mine was not as full as I would have liked.
Cool. Bob, I know you got up to some things.
Yeah.
What you do?
This
spooky
month.
season. Well, tell us about your whole spooky season.
I will. I'll take my time with it.
Take your time.
Stretch.
The second weekend of the month, I think, we went up to New York City to see John Carpenter live in concert, playing some synth hits, which was really cool. Played in this like giant vacant warehouse out in Queens, which was just a really cool venue. And they sounded amazing. They sounded honestly much better than I anticipated. Like really, really good. They played for about an hour and a half. And that was kind of the first big thing that I did. Went to a couple different like Halloween themed trivia nights and won both of them, which was fun.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I'm getting in
Bob,
here.
you know horror movies?
Bob comes quicker than Halloween, am I right?
You're right, Bob.
Man, we got a whole year to wait, so apparently it's not quick right now. It's not. It's very slow right now. So that was fun. We hit up a couple Oktoberfest too, which is not necessarily like spooky Halloween related, but just fun and also happens to be in the month of October. We had our annual Halloween party at the house too, which was a lot of fun. A bunch of crazy, awesome costumes. It was like Scooby-Doo themed. I was Shaggy. My wife was Velma, and of course our dog just kind of looks like Scooby-Doo. He's huge, and we had all kinds of crazy giant snacks and stuff, which was a lot of fun. Scooby snacks, yes. Yeah, we did indeed have those provided for the guests. We went this past weekend, like Halloween proper, we went to this little speakeasy bar that we like a lot because they were having it was like a vampires ball kind of theme. So we went there for like just one drink and then went over to a friend's house that was having a party, and we were playing beer pong in the backyard. And it was legitimately cold on Halloween night in Florida, which I feel like very rarely happens. It like got down in the 40s, which was awesome.
Wow.
That's rad.
So that was a lot of fun. We also went to this one area of town where like they have the decorations are sort of like off the charts. We walked around and looked at those. Another thing we did, there's a neighborhood in town that has like an annual Halloween parade. We went to that weekend before last, which was awesome. It's kind of like a block party parade situation. And also yesterday, which was November 1st, we went down to Orlando for Spooky Empire. And got to meet a couple famous folks, got some autographs, saw some crazy awesome costumes. There was this one couple dressed up like the cover of Return of the Living Dead, the like green zombies.
That looked cool.
Yeah, they were fucking amazing. I got to meet Tom Savini. And
whoa, your boy.
Shaboy. I met David Naughton, the main dude from American Werewolf in London, Emily Perkins, the younger sister, and Ginger Snaps. Josh Rubens. We talked to him for a long time. He was just a super, super nice guy. Method Man was there. We like said hey to Method Man when he was walking around.
Cheese Wagstaff was there?
He sure was. Yeah.
Damn.
So that was kind of cool. And then we went to another tiki bar called Suffering Bastard after that. And they had like their Halloween specials still going, even though it was technically November. So that was cool. I had like a Pennywise cocktail thing that was fun.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
Inspired. Do you have a Pennywise tiki cup, Bob? Tiki mug?
You have one.
I think I do.
Really?
I think you do. I'm pretty sure I've used it. I'm remembering wrong.
You used it.
I have used
yeah. Now that you say that, that does like the in the style of your Texas Chainsaw one, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I think it's a Mondo or something.
Come on by the house this weekend, Randy, and I'll fill it up for you.
Fill that shit to the brim.
I'm gonna have to start doing a tiki audit and a blue room audit.
The tiki audit is gonna put him under.
Welcome to the
Bob. I think just the tiki room these days is enough for
and tiki. Tiki.
On those tiki mugs. You stretch that E out there. Those tiki.
Oh yeah, you can make
that.
You can make the E sound 4 syllables. Why not?
Bob, I think just the tiki room itself would be enough for a jet ski, don't you?
No, absolutely not. All right, boys. It sounds like we all had one hell of a spooky season. Very fulfilling. I guess we should actually get into the show proper. Let's tackle some housekeeping real quick. So it is a new month. That means we got a poll closed and a brand new poll has opened. So our November poll, which the theme was cornfields, the winner was Freddy versus Jason. So we'll be talking about that shortly.
Oh, hell yeah.
There you go.
Great.
There you go. About time.
Great cornfield scene in that movie. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Our December poll is currently posted over on our Patreon website. If you guys support us at the $5 level or above, you get the chance to vote on a movie we're talking about this December. The theme for December is sleigh bells.
Oh my God. Spell that, Rob.
SLAY.
Oh God, I was afraid you might say that.
Whoa.
Is that a ALLES?
Horror pun, Bob? Would you say?
That is a whore pun.
It's a whore pun?
The pun from a whore.
God damn.
Hell yeah. Sleigh Bells. The three movies you're voting on are going to be Day of the Beast, Scent, and The Wolf of Snow Hollow.
Saint?
Yeah.
Spell it, Bob. Spell it.
It is actually called Scent, but it translates to Saint. But I think if you Google search it, you should search for Scent. I think that's more successful.
Really?
You could try one or the other. Anyways, it's
Okay.
like from Norway. It's a foreign film, and Scent means saint.
Why don't they just speak English?
I mean, what do they think? They're too good for English over there, or what?
Three Christmas horror movies for you guys to vote on. We got some votes in, not a whole lot, but some are in.
Well, Bob, tell me how they're looking, please.
I shall explain.
Shut up and tell me how they're looking.
Stop talking and keep talking.
Shut up and tell me, Bob.
Scent, aka Saint, is in last place with 22% of the vote. The Day of the Beast is in second place with 33% of the vote, and on top, The Wolf of Snow Hollow with 44% of the vote.
All right,
shit.
getting back into some Christmas films.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I like
the
it too.
season.
I like it.
I've not seen any one of those films, actually.
Oh,
So,
Randy,
yeah.
I think I've seen them all.
Oh, really?
Pretty
I-
sure. No, I definitely have seen them all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all blind spots for me. So
There's
no matter
still-
what,
It's like
it's a
a-
Christmas treat.
Yeah, it was like a year or two ago when I went on I watched like 50 horror films that are Christmas horror films
Yeah.
in like one season or whatever. I
You did
made
it.
like a list. I think I wrote an article on our website.
You did. It's on there. Yeah, it was
It's
like
on
a
there.
top 25, I think, is what you
Yeah,
did.
something like
Maybe
that.
I'll
yeah.
read it.
I don't
Yeah, it's on there. There's still
Can you read, Randy?
No, absolutely not.
There's a lot of
think
good
so.
Christmas horror movies we haven't talked about yet. There's maybe not a lot, but there are still some. We've done a lot of them already. So get those votes in. You got a whole month. We'll see what movie we're talking about this December. Patreon, we are back to dropping new mini casts over on Patreon every other Friday. We just dropped one last Friday on Halloween. Hell House LLC Lineage. Your boy Rand Diesel's talking about that. Next up, dropping on Friday, November 14th, is your boy me talking about the Black Phone Deuce.
Our Chinese correspondent,
Me.
Mr. Me.
Me. Mystery.
All right.
Yeah, check it out over on Patreon. That's all we got.
The big black phone of Deuce, you say?
Big Black Phone of Deuce.
Deuce. Wow. We're entering whole new uncharted territories with that.
That's that Deuce phone, baby.
I see. But it looked like it was winter themed. Is it winter themed?
Oh, yeah. It takes place during like this absurd blizzard at a
All right.
summer camp.
Oh,
But
Hell
it's like
yeah, dude.
it's a winter camp.
I'm right on schedule.
okay.
I don't know if those really exist because like schools are not out for winter. You know?
No.
Are they? Wait, so they were attending in the movie?
They
They were
were
attending
actually
a camp,
going to school. Like,
They were-
yeah.
Yeah. So,
or they just happened to wind up at a camp?
well, the
ground?
setup is the kids are the main kids from the first movie are a little bit older, so they sign up to be counselors in training. So they're going to go be counselors, and they're supposed to get there the day before all the kids show up. So like there is going to be like a winter
What
camp
in
full of
the-
kids.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, but the kids don't show up because of the blizzard. That's like the sort of beginning of the movie. So
Oh, I'm confused.
that makes a
Make any
lot of sense. Maybe that's what they do in Colorado. I don't know.
I don't. It's not like it's not permanently winter in Colorado. I want you to know that.
weird.
No, it is.
You should hear that information.
It is a winter movie, though. To be clear, there's not a blizzard
Yeah.
in the
That's so
summer.
strange. Like I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, maybe I'll listen to
Whatever.
that minicast. I won't do that either.
check it out.
Right after you listen to this episode.
That's all I got. Do you guys have things to plug? You want to make
I
some stuff up? You can.
don't think I've got anything to plug this.
Do I want to make some stuff up? I don't know. I'm taking improv classes, so I'm going to yes and this.
I'm going to the moon this weekend, so check out in the news. See me there. I'll wave to you.
The first soju on the moon.
It's gonna be Soju the Man on the Moon.
Yeah, Soju the Man on the Moon soju.
Get it now in stores right now. Eggnog flavor, the thickest soju you've ever had.
Oh
You
my!
know what? We should have thrown up the Janus signal last week so we'd have a good
Ooh.
Janus.
We can throw it up this week.
Yeah, but we won't need it next week.
We always need the Janus.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Wait, maybe he should start. We should throw it up so he can start preparing for a good Christmas themed Janus call. You know,
Yeah. Or Thanksgiving.
give him some time to
This is-
prepare.
Yeah.
This is going to be the most successful episode we've ever made, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
We're spending endless time on.
I don't know. It's going to compete with Burial Ground, you know. So I mean, it's hard to.
Dude, that movie was ass.
But that cast is quite good.
It is.
Oh, so
So
good.
I mean, comparatively.
It's
Well,
a film.
So, yeah, I think we're squeaky clean then.
This house is clean.
Where's KKK?
Where's KKK?
Where's KKK?
Let's get into the main event. We're talking
God.
Heartland of Darkness, and we're kicking it off with the back of the box.
What's on the back of the box?
Oh God, Bob, tell me you did not spend the legal American tender on this.
I do not own this brick of shit, but I will say this. I forgot, like, last football season, I think it was last season, or if not, it was like, no, yeah, it had to have been last season because Jags have not played the Packers yet. I made a wager with Naderade. He propositioned me, actually. He's a Packers fan. I'm a Jags fan. They were playing. He's like, whatever team loses, they gotta buy the other person a Blu-ray. And I was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. So the Jags lost, as I pretty much knew they would, and he wanted me to buy him a copy of Heartland of Darkness like a year ago. Totally forgot about this, so I bought it and sent it to him. The only reason I remember this is because I looked it up on Amazon to see if the disc existed, and it did, and it said that I bought it a year ago, and I was like, no fucking way. And I went to my shelf to look, and I was like, yeah, I don't
Bob,
own
that feels
this.
like a common phenomena for you, though, doesn't it?
But then I looked at the address I sent
No
it to.
way. I bought this before.
Oh shit! There's 3 of them on my shelf.
I looked at the address I sent it to, and it said fucking Naderade, and it all came back to me, and I was like, oh, fuck, there's this whole, sort of explanation for this movie.
Back, it's all coming.
So,
back to
Heartland
Alright.
of Darkness is on Blu-ray. Visual Vengeance put it out, and they almost exclusively, I believe they do exclusively release movies that are shot on video, so they all look not so great. Heartland of Darkness, the majority of it was shot on video back in 1991. Actually, I think all of it was, but it just was not assembled and finished until 2022, and in which it was put out on Blu-ray by Visual Vengeance. So you'll see, whenever you look it up on IMDb, it'll say 2022, and you'll hit play on Tubi if you want to do that, and you're like, there's no fucking way this was shot in 2022. It doesn't make any sense. So that's why 91 to 2022.
Ciao.
Heartland of
does explain
Darkness. This is unrated, runtime of an hour and 42 minutes, directed by Eric Swelstad, also written by Eric Swelstad, stars Dino Tripodis, Nick Baldassare, Shayna Thomas, Sharon Klopfenstein, John Dunleavy, Linnea Quigley is also in this for a few minutes. Mary Alice DeMoss, Lee Page, Ray Beach, Elmo Smalley, Ralph Scott, Sid Sullivan, Wesley Coleman, Dallas Dan Hessler, Charles Grabb, Kirk Adler, Kelly Barrett, Roy McCombs, all names we are intimately familiar with.
You know, I love using the filibuster. It's great.
I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them. Fucking Naderade. That's how it goes. Plot synopsis brought to you by IMDb is as follows. Single father Paul Hinson purchases a newspaper in the small town of Copperton, Ohio, and moves there with his teenage daughter Christina. The two soon come to realize that the townsfolk led by evil Reverend Donovan are actually Satanists?
Satanists? What is that?
I know this is the first time
Fascinating.
watch
Oh.
for all of us. Would you recommend the folks at home check out Heartland of Darkness? Rand Diesel, kick us off.
No, I would not. This is not a film that I would feel comfortable having to then address with somebody who watched it on my recommendation. I value having teeth, and I don't want them knocked out of my skull by somebody who's sworn vengeance upon me. No, I wouldn't recommend this movie. I will say that there are some nuances to my opinion on this, but overall, no. Don't watch this movie, man. You don't need to watch this movie.
All right. Juice, what about you?
No, Bob. I would not recommend you check this movie out unless you just want to see some Yabos, in which case I would recommend
There
that
are
you
better
check it out.
options. Have you heard of something called pornography? Because that
No.
exists.
What? Tell me about
But
this.
Randy, this has a
Pornography.
story.
But this is free, Randy. Where else can you
If you're
see?
going to tell me the
free
Bear Winch Project
pornography?
Part 3 doesn't have a story, I'm going to call you a filthy liar.
Ooh, I'm filthy.
Whoa. Bob, would you recommend people check this out?
No,
Me-
I would not recommend it at all in any way. No.
Man, that sucks!
This
All right.
movie, like I said, is an hour and 42 minutes long. And when you watch it on Tubi, they fuck you in the ass with ads. So it's at least another 15 minutes. It is so long already. And with those ads, I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Like,
I definitely watched the whole thing, though. So, you know.
Oh, good.
oh, good. Well, then I
good
won't
to
need to read the
know.
plot synopsis. We can just talk about
Oh,
it.
good.
You know, I definitely.
What'd you think about that
invested
ending,
time. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're going to do the Andy Daly bit where we just keep speaking, but nothing of substance.
We should have
ever comes
each
out.
just get like.
Oh, I was watching. I'm like,
35
whoa, what
minutes.
is this?
Randy's got 30 minutes. Okay.
I'm
All
just
right,
watching
so
this thing.
do
I'm like,
you
oh,
talk
what
about
is
your
going on
30
here?
minutes?
Oh, who said that this was the way to go? I don't know who made this rule, but they're breaking it here, and they're making all kinds of decisions. The decisions made in this movie are just wow. All kinds of things are
Let
happening.
me tell you, the acting sure is happening.
We have absolutely reviewed far worse movies than this, but this
Oh
is
yeah,
that is true.
actually, there was
That
some
is true.
There was some things entertaining me.
Yeah.
I made
I'm
some
not gonna
notes
lie.
of things that made me laugh, so we can
There's-
go through that
Oh,
if you
yeah.
want.
There's some goofy shit we'll get into. But yeah, this is the only way to really watch this is to halfway pay attention and like laugh over it with friends. That's really the only way. So that sounds like a medium to lose from you boys here. At
Definitely
Straight Chilling.
medium.
I'm loose!
Watch it.
At
if-
worst, a loose.
Watch it if you just want to have the best
At
time of your
worst.
life, if that's what you're into. So
Yeah.
we're going to be spoiling this classic piece of cinema, Heartland
Hold on
of
to
Darkness.
Nutsack.
Hold on to your fucking dick. Here comes your spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning.
That's nothing.
Oh, fuck.
Just like a delayed response. We're just letting the bomb run. Oh, Bob.
Your hand off my penis!
All right, Bob. You got that plot synopsis?
All right, Bob, take the
Yeah,
floor.
I do.
Synopsize this bish.
There's a lot that happens.
There's
Feel free to double space the synopsis.
I
by the way.
definitely
I filled the
watched
page,
it all.
and I'm gonna take my time. We're gonna do that. I'm a professional.
All right.
This film opens up with some motherfucking dude running through the woods, and he gets intercepted by some losers wearing glasses in the middle of the night in the woods, by the way. Wearing glasses in the middle of the night. They're looking for the negatives. They want them. They need them. The negatives. You with me so far?
Wait.
Tell me some more,
Roll
Bob.
it back for me real quick.
Bob, I want you to tell me more.
They string this dude up And they disembowel
Oh, yeah,
him.
they do.
They disembowel his ass in the woods with their
bet they
sunglasses
do.
on. Then we cut to Mr. Paul Henson and his daughter moving into the small town of Copperton, Ohio to take over the paper, the Copperton Chronicle. Paul immediately hires a secretary and then an investigative journalist.
Immediately both times.
Immediately. They find the murdered dude in the woods, and the sheriff says it's drug-related, but the journalist says, bitch, I have a hunch.
Huge hunch, Bob.
Got a raging hunch. Then we see the creepy Reverend Donovan meet showgirl Linnea Quigley in the graveyard. He tells her these new folks in town must be integrated. Then she pops them titties out, and they make out in the graveyard.
Whoa, Bob. Yeah.
Oh my
Come on.
The decorum. My goodness.
She pops them yabos out, and they make out in the graveyard.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's more G-rated.
Good. Paul goes to church service. The Reverend says a bunch of weird fucking bullshit. Then he goes over to the hardware store and sees a bunch of weird fucking bullshit in the back room, like some dead animals and bloody crosses and stuff. The reporter goes to the library, and all the books have lines redacted. Then the Reverend goes to the hardware store to kill the owner for not locking up his back door, revealing all the weird fucking bullshit. Linnea tries to seduce your boy Paul, but he's not having it. He says, no, thank you, girl. No.
Why?
I won't do it. I'm a man of principles.
I see.
No. Then the organist is murdered because she was about to leave town. They find her dead, and that doesn't really do anything. Then a nurse is murdered, and 12 babies are taken for a ritualistic sacrifice on the beach. Strangely enough, the sheriff still won't help with the investigation, even though they find 12 burned babies on the beach. He's just like, no, it's fine.
Maybe he's still just very much on the hunt for a real uniform, I think.
Yeah. So that's weird. Your boy Reverend Kane shows up, and he says he's investigated hundreds of cults and can totally help your boy Paul with his investigation. So he does. And Paul says that's really tight. And then they go talk to this dude.
He says that.
They go talk to this dude named Dobson. We got Dobson here.
We got Dobson here, yeah.
See, nobody cares.
Nope, but nobody
That's
cares.
a Jurassic Park reference right there.
In 91.
That's a dinosaur movie, if anybody.
And, they go talk to him because he did ritualistic killings about a decade ago, and his voice is silly. And then they don't really learn a fucking thing. And then they leave. But his voice is silly. Then they go ask Reverend Donovan about the baby murders, and he's like, guess what? I'm not helping y'all. And they're like, man. And then they go to the mayor, but the mayor doesn't care because guess what? He's in the cult. So he won't help them.
He's in the cult.
He's inside of it. He's in it.
Cult 45?
Yeah.
There's going to be some hell to pay here.
And then Donovan makes the counselor kill himself with a needle full of drugs or whatever. The counselor, which we know a lot about. He's an important character.
An interesting way to kill yourself.
Yeah. And then Reverend Kane, he goes to see Donovan, and then Donovan kills him. And then the reporter makes out with Paul after he says his wife was killed by a drunk driver. And then Paul says he really hopes it wasn't out of pity, but we all know it was.
God, that sounds quite impotent.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then Linnea tells the reporter that she needs to back off her man because Linnea wants that dick. But there she is. She goes over to Paul's to get that dick, and she just straight up puts his hand right on her yabo, and he's like, "No, girl, you gotta leave." And then she leaves.
He is a just and sexless man.
And I definitely saw that scene.
And then the sheriff shows Paul Kane's body, and Paul finds, guess what? The negatives in his hat. He finds
what is on the
but they wanted the negatives.
Dude, the crazy thing is you never find out. That's the crazy thing. but he finds the negatives. And then the reporter and Paul, they fuck.
Oh, he's not so chaste anymore.
They don't use the negatives against them.
They kind of don't matter at all, but we'll get
just
maybe.
They fucked. Let's stay focused here.
And then Donovan threatens to kill Paul, but Paul says, "Nah, bitch, I found the negatives, and if you kill me, you'll never find the negatives." So Donovan doesn't kill him, and he just lets him go, and he walks away. He just leaves.
Okay.
That's a normal thing that
Seems
I would
reasonable.
do in that situation. Yeah.
And then Paul and the reporter, they take those negatives to this like attorney general guy, but he doesn't really care because guess what? He's in the cult too.
Oh, okay. So the mayor and the attorney general,
the AG,
they're all in the pocket of Big Satan.
Not the sheriff.
Yeah, sheriff is just useless, I think, which is wild. And then there's a very, very low speed chase. Very low speed chase.
Low stakes, huh?
Low speed. And they're in cars driving at a very responsible MPH. And Paul, he decides he doesn't want to be in the chase anymore. Which is very
I just don't want to be in this chase anymore.
And so he just like pulls off side road and stops, and the other guys
keep going.
They're like, cool.
Just go.
And then they just leave.
They just keep going.
Yeah.
They're like, that's cool.
Should we stop? I don't want to stop. I don't feel like stopping.
Yeah.
And then there's a really badass fight scene, I think, right after that.
Yeah, and then Beefcake comes in and torches the place.
And then your boy Paul, he walks into a gas station, and then this fucking hunk of a man, no shirt, but with a flamethrower
and grease,
a butane torch,
yeah, let's not get crazy.
Yes, let's not go crazy here. You know,
a very small butane torch.
Yes,
he wants to burn Paul's asshole, and then Paul says,
"God damn!"
Paul says, "Nuh-uh, girl," and throws that giant man just straight through the window.
Yeah, that's what you do,
and that's the end of the fight.
You know?
I'm the Joker, baby.
And
that's the end of the movie.
And I have so much more. And then the Copperton Chronicle explodes. It blows up.
Oh, and a very convincing explosion.
It's real. It's real. And
it's
then
a real explosion.
Donovan strangles Linnea with her yabas out, of course.
I definitely watched that.
Because
that's what you pay for, right?
She failed him, so she must die.
Yes.
Then the sheriff all of a sudden does want to arrest Donovan. I don't know why. He just does. And then Paul and the reporter take the negatives to the governor. But guess what?
He's sure to take it seriously.
He's not in the cult yet. So he sees the negatives and he goes, "Oh boy, we gotta do something about these negatives right here." And then
innocent, man.
They walk outside and he gets murdered with a gun.
Oh yeah, he gets DC snipered.
So they assassinate his ass, and then Paul's daughter is stolen for a ritualistic black mass. Where they want to feast on her virgin blood, but Paul and the reporter show up and they're like, no, thank you, girl. And they start blasting some asses. And then there's a helicopter, which probably costs a lot of money, and it's flying around.
Mm-hmm.
They fly around
like most of the budget right there
for a while. Mm-hmm. And then they got Donovan running, and he's like, oh, there's a cliff. And then Donovan's like, fuck it, I'll jump off the cliff. So he does. And then they're like, oh, he's dead. He must be dead. That's it. And then the cops, they're like making Paul's daughter better.
Do not seek a body.
They're patching up the daughter, and she's like, that's cool. Thank you. But turns out, surprise, Donovan is one of the cops. And then he says, bitch, and then shoots the reporter, which is rude.
Yeah, he's just not a class act. This guy.
He also, guess what though? He takes Paul's daughter for the second time. Stole her ass.
Nobody gives a fuck.
And he takes her ass back to the church, which obviously is the last place to look for him, So that was smart to go back.
Nobody's going to know to go there.
But Paul's really smart, and he says, well, that's the last place I should look, so I'm going to make it the first place I'm going to look. So he goes there first, and he finds them, and they fight for a while, and they go up a balcony, and then Paul falls off the balcony, but then he catches himself, and then he swaps places with Donovan and throws Donovan off the balcony, and then Donovan falls and impales himself on a cross, and Donovan, he dies, and then Paul and his daughter hug it out, and we roll credits.
I'll tell you, Harry. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
All right.
So that is Heartland of Darkness.
Darkness.
I see.
So yeah, there are some things in this movie that I did find humorous. There's some things that are just like baffling in a slightly humorous way. One thing was like the immediate hiring of a secretary that just walks in off the street and he's like, I'm here for the job. Hey, can you type? 80 words a minute. You're hired. And then immediately after that, the love interest / reporter, a New York Times staff reporter, just decides to come down to a small town in middle America just to get away from it all.
She's on a special team, though, of investigative reporters.
We find that out later.
Yeah,
that's
she keeps that to herself, and that's a big reveal that means a lot.
I don't understand why that would be necessary to hide from your colleagues.
Why wouldn't they just hire you to be an investigative reporter anyways?
Why not just go there like, hey, I'm hunting down this story. You want to be part of it? You're a small town paper. I'm the New York fucking Times staff reporter.
I got a hunch, boy.
And he also said he was like, so he worked for the Chicago Tribune or something like that. I was like, so simultaneously, these two entirely disparate characters just like, we want to get away from it all. I'm going to go to the smallest town in America where there is a paper that is defunct and revive that and then get hired there just to get away from it all. You know? Yeah. Very fun. Very fun.
I thought the preacher was pretty entertaining.
He's
for a lot
absurd.
of it.
Yeah.
That dude, the smarm is off the charts with this man.
His get up at the end when they're doing the black mass, dude. I legit did a spit.
When he says, "Prepare the bitch," that got me.
Oh my god, he's got this
when he breaks out
leather
the
straps, and it's got a skull in the middle.
He jumps between a priest's outfit and a leather daddy sort of Satanist thing, and then occasionally a Rick Springsteen 80s pop star get up. It's very fun.
Yeah,
and
he's got the bright red fucking button up with the leather jacket.
But the most compelling piece of his outfit is, of course, the most half-cocked smile any man has ever pulled off in existence, consistently at all times, regardless of the emotion trying to be conveyed.
Also, too, with that black mask, the dad is there with a gun in his robes. They're hidden in robes. The woman, the reporter came also too. She didn't bring a gun for whatever reason. She's also in the robes. She did bring a Bible though, which actually seemed to kind of work, I guess.
Sure,
but they waited until the daughter's clothes were cut off.
Yes,
to reveal themselves,
and also got very little pushback from anybody.
Everybody just scattered. To be fair, he did have a shotgun, and he blasted somebody.
Here's a thing that fucked my brain over. At a certain point in this movie, they go and see the Attorney General of the state. And the guy's like, "Oh yeah, this is important stuff. We're going to talk about it." And he's in the cult. He's in the cult the whole time. You can tell he's in the cult the whole time because he's in the cult. And he says something to the effect of "Oh, it's a special number, code 35 or some shit like that" to somebody on the phone. It's like, yeah, he's in the cult or whatever. They arrest him after all this happens. They the who is it? The governor gets shot. Or whoever it is gets shot, and they get taken into custody and questioned, and then it cuts to the priest Donovan saying, he'll be questioned for hours. Let's do the black seance tonight. The black mass is now. And then we cut back to our hero not locked up and just infiltrating their whole operation with no explanation how or why he got away from anybody, or like what happened. What happened to the hours of questioning that he was supposed to be under? I guess they just got done. They got tired of his ass. I don't know.
Yeah, they wrapped it up. They were sad.
You know what?
Just did it by the book, you know?
Look, I know the governor was murdered and we need to question you, but it's after 5, my guy. I gotta get home.
Starving.
Cheers is coming on.
Also, too, was that just the regular underwear that the teenage daughter was wearing? Was that just her regular day-to-day?
Outfits. You want to talk about outfits? The younger daughter, like every woman in this film is like clearly like a centerfold model and not an actress, except for Linnea, who's both. And so there's this scene where we know Linnea is sort of like going to be like like going to be fucking with the family in some way or whatever, trying to get in their heads. And she approaches the daughter, whose name I forget, at high school, at her locker, where she is wearing like nothing. Basically, she's wearing a bralette. And Linnea's wearing
regular outfit, basically.
Wearing like a ripped tee or whatever, like leather bustier sort of thing or whatever. And she says, "Hi, yeah," like, and acts like she's a teacher. So what the fuck? Like, there's no dress code at this school whatsoever.
And the stuff that they're talking about too, she's like, "What do you think of our curriculum?" And she says something like,
I'd never heard of Aleister Crowley
and Hitler. She's like,
and Hitler. That's an interesting point of view on Hitler.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Like, Jesus, like,
is it 2025 already?
You're ahead of schedule, ladies and gentlemen.
This must have came out recently. Damn.
But it was the outfits. It's like, I would love if teachers would just dress like Linnea Quigley. Like, that's just what teachers.
Yeah.
That's a teacher's uniform.
Let's do it.
Why not?
Let's implement
at
that.
Wolfson High School in Jacksonville, Florida. That was the pretty standard dress code right there.
That's the one. Man,
the dads were very involved in the students' learning.
I don't think, by the way, I don't think Wolfson's a school anymore, right? Isn't that not a school anymore or something?
I think it is, as far as
really? Or they changed it to like a magnet school or something?
It was always a magnet school. It was just not a good magnet school.
Oh, was well?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
You went there.
Yeah. I'm a magnet.
This is one of those, like...
It's a school for magnets.
Magnet for leather bustiers, I'll tell you that.
I became a magnet and here I am.
It's one of those, like, how high does it go? How high does it go? How high does it go? One of those movies where they just keep fucking saying that and they keep trying to figure out, like, who they can trust, but everybody they turn to is, like, crooked.
Oh, I see what you mean, yes.
One of those things. They must say that in this movie, like, 20 times. Like, oh my God, how high does it go?
Can we talk about the silly voice? What is it? Black Dobson?
Like, yeah.
The way that they describe him at first, I don't remember. Like, Kane was like, yes, Dobson, Black Dobson.
Yeah, I was
an
like,
evil
damn,
wretch
that sounds
or something. I was like,
fucked
oh
up.
no,
Yeah.
Are we gonna just go ahead straight into the racism? We hadn't gotten to the Hitler part yet.
Yeah.
And he's not black. That's just a fun nickname for a guy who clearly
fun.
watches way too much Metalocalypse. And
talking about the guy in prison, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
He sounded like that dude. I can't remember the dude's name from our high school, Rob, but who you know exactly what I'm talking about because he gave us his demo. And it was just like the worst James Hetfield impression imaginable.
Yeah.
What was
but
that?
he just spoke like
my
that.
God,
This
what
actor
was
just
that
spoke like
called?
that at all times.
It was called Shell Turd Hell.
Yeah,
T-U-R-D.
Shell Turd Hell.
Dude,
yes. Shell
dude,
Turd.
Shell Shit Hell.
Yes.
Is the name of the band.
I don't know if we should be revealing that much, but whatever.
Really?
It's done now. What else we got to talk about?
Dobson. Yeah, they go to see Dobson, and he's like sitting down, and the first thing he says is like, "You fucking son of a bitch." It's like, okay.
I literally wrote down, ha 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 ha. He talks in permanent Metalocalypse voice.
He talks.
At the end, he's like, I didn't tell him anything. I didn't tell him anything. And I thought something was going to like pop up, but it didn't.
Yeah, or something. Like, but no,
also, too, they tease way too much cool shit. Like when the beefcake shows up and he's got the torch, I was like, okay, what are we going to do here? And then the dude just like tosses him a box. Yeah. And he catches it, and then he throws him out the window.
Yeah, Paul somehow.
And then he just The
Brains
reason he
over
had to fight him
prawns,
anyways
so-
is because he couldn't. The door was locked for some reason,
forgot about
and the
that.
door he just came in, and then he throws him through the window and walks through the door.
Oh, and also,
forgot
this
about
is
that.
not awesome. This is not an awesome setup to then pay off, but it was a setup of some kind. The guy running the gas station just has rats. He's just a rat guy, and they just
Weird.
talk about the rats for a few seconds there, and just
Hey, man, those are my babies.
babies.
Nice rats.
Willard ass fucking.
That's weird.
What the fuck, rat guy? What is
I
your
thought that
deal?
dude was
Why are
gonna
you
be
in
in
this
on it,
movie,
yeah.
rat guy?
Because cults and rats.
Was he part?
Go together?
They didn't even.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I just don't know.
I don't
Also,
know.
when they find, when they go to the quarry, Kane and whatever his name is, go to the quarry, and they find like the newborn baby bones. Like, oh my god,
my
these
God.
bones, newborn babies. It is clearly jaw bones from like sheep and fucking goats and horses. These are bigger than babies themselves. These
I
bones.
thought that too. I was kind of confused.
They have teeth
Big bone babies.
bigger than a baby's head. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? What are you trying to pull on me?
I also
babies.
thought I saw a hand
big
that had
bone
a
baby. It's a-
ring on it at one point, and I was like so confused.
Yeah, what's
I was
the
what's
ring?
that?
I don't know, man. That's some like, that's some Twin Peaks shit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, also like when they confront Father Donovan for the first time, and he's like painting. He's like, "Oh, your cross is upside down." He's like, "So it is."
Oh
And
my
he's like,
God.
He's been like less than subtly soliloquizing about like about shit this whole movie, but then he's just like, "Well, I don't follow your ancient gods," or he just immediately just gives up the ghost.
Yeah,
It's like
he really
people
does.
listen to what I say here. It's like,
I'm fucked
why are you
up.
telling Van Helsing your entire plan here? You like what the fuck? I know you've got like it turns out that he has quite a bit of control. I get it, but it's just like the ungodly amount of smarm coming off of this man could only be demonic scent.
Oh man.
Did y'all think Paul looked kind of like a smaller Mark Ruffalo? I was getting that vibe from him.
He's a bushy-headed dude. I guess. I don't know.
I see where
That
you're
is something
coming
that we
from.
can say. And
That was
talk
definitely
about
like
and
a
debate about.
'90s look,
Yes.
though, like the
Yes.
dark, hair and yeah.
Man.
Whenever,
what else?
whenever Paul first rolls into town and he immediately hires two people and he walks outside and he sees the sheriff, whom I assume he's never met before, he fucking runs directly at him and goes, "Hey, sheriff, got any news for us?" Like, fucking
Yeah.
immediately.
And the sheriff it returns like not even in kind, like higher. He like amps like he's like, "I'm sick of you fucking people coming after us. Let us do our jobs." It's like, what the
The
fuck?
sheriff
Have you
was
guys
kind
even
of
talked
funny.
before?
Yeah.
The sheriff was kind of funny, but not like I don't think very intentionally funny. He's like a little bit of a boss hog to start
Yeah.
with, but like, I don't know.
There was this crazy
He's completely
cut
pointless.
that like right after Linnea Quigley like puts Paul's hand on her tit and he like kicks her out. There's like this cut from that scene to the very next scene where he's talking to the sheriff and it opens up with the sheriff's face just like on screen screaming like, "Don't fuck with me, Henson," and the cut from like the tit to that is like ridiculous.
Dude, every cut in this is insane, and especially around that guy. Like, I found the quote, I wrote it down. "Goddamn bloodsuckers, here's a scoop." And then it hard cuts to him telling the reporter a real scoop. He's like, "Actually, there was a murder today." Like, not even actually, just like, "There was a murder today. It was a very violent murder. You want to come by and check it out? Get your own ride." And that, like, why did you say it like that? It's like, "I'll give you a tip." You know, sometimes it's really helpful if you turn off your Christmas light, put out your Christmas lights for the whole year and just don't turn them on until the season comes on. Like, it's like, what the fuck? You just like, what the fuck? I don't know how to even verbalize what this man is doing. He's just angrily saying things that he's not, as if he's not going to do that thing, and then he just does it casually. It's very fucking weird.
Did y'all know that Linnea Quigley went on a local talk show called Columbus Close Up to promote the film, and she spoke very highly of the production and the professionalism of the locally sourced crew?
I did know that.
I thought you might.
Yeah,
I
I
thought you
read
might.
that somewhere. Mm-hmm.
Most people
Or
know.
heard it.
Most people know that. Did you know that a crew member bought pig intestines from a slaughterhouse to use for the dismembered body, then left them in a barrel in his garage over the weekend before the shoot? They had become rancid, and crew members smeared Vicks Vapor Rub under their noses in a fruitless attempt to mask the stench.
I did, yeah. I think I heard that.
Today. I don't think I'm going to be able to take it.
I just can't take the fun.
Did you guys know that Nick Baldassare, who played Reverend Donovan, is usually cast as a protagonist, but he cited this as his favorite film role because he got to portray a villain who was practically Shakespearean?
Legitimately, you can tell. This dude is... He's bringing it. He's bringing his game.
He's having a good time.
Yeah. I can't fault him for it, because if I'm in a production of this level, I might also be as insane as I could.
It is entertaining.
I'm glad he had a good time.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
Good for him.
Time.
The level of acting in this movie it reminds me of like the '90s Goosebumps show. It's like kind of right there.
That's unkind to Goosebumps, I would say.
Yeah, that's I don't know about that.
I apologize.
Poor Goosebumps. Yeah. I will say this, did you guys notice in the scene with the DA or whatever it was, the DA, the counselor, they're sitting there talking to him. He's like sweating bullets or whatever. He's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know anything. What do you want to know? And he's like the most suspicious man that's ever walked the earth. And then the field reporter, the love interest, whatever her name is, her exclusive role for like the first half of this movie is to silently sit there, be interrupted sometimes, and then quietly point out a clue to the actual star of the movie and have him comment upon that. And so she like points out like, hey, like she like nudges him or whatever and points at the desk, and there's just the biggest fucking goat head that's been bejeweled and shit, like the most plainly like the Spirit of Halloween demonic toy ever. And the guy goes, bad choice in paperweights, counselor, or
you
some
got
shit
lousy
like that.
taste in paperweights. It's like
I thought that was so fucking funny. Yeah. Like that woman has nothing to offer this movie for so long except just being in meetings with this guy and just being like, hey, look, there's no words in this Bible, but not even saying that, just like showing it, having no lines, just showing that. It's great.
Also,
she might as well
what
be
a
like
thing
a
of the
fucking Blue's
past.
Clues paw print.
Paperweights. I mean, that's, kids won't even know what paperweights are.
Kids don't know what paper is. They don't know what Bibles are. They don't know what weights are. They don't know what paperweights are.
Yeah.
Kids.
In fairness,
really
we don't know what
missing
6-7
out.
is.
I know, Randy. I know exactly.
I know
what
all
it is.
about it.
Well, the minute that I found out about 6-7 was the moment that it became cringe and shitty to say. So like,
Randy knows it.
We're already done.
Oh God,
yeah. I'm the bar. If you cross me, baby, it's
40.
Oh,
well, quite that.
Well,
he's old as shit.
That's Heartland of Darkness. I have nothing else to say about it. It's on Tubi.
Yeah,
there you go. Check it out there if you want to do that.
Skip to the end.
Let's rate this out of 5. Randy, go.
So yeah, I like I said, the nuance I have for this movie, and in all seriousness, we have watched worse movies. I have seen movies that like were this bad and bored me to tears. This one did bore me. It was too fucking long, but it did not bore me quite that much. And there are moments that had me literal laugh out loud, laughing at how stupid it is. So it's got some of that so bad it's good quality to it, but it's not nearly so bad it's good enough. So I'm giving it a 1.
Randy gave it a very generous 1. Juice, how do you feel?
Yeah, this wasn't even so bad. It was actually kind of funny sometimes. It was ridiculous. But it's not good. It's pretty terrible. And like subjectiveness, acting's bad. The music, we didn't talk about the music. The music was really stupid.
didn't
There was
even
like
notice
wind
it.
chimes sometimes. Just it was super random, like this film, I guess. But you know what? There's a ton of yabos, so you get in the half star, and I guess half star for everything else. So solid 1 star. There you go.
Solid.
Not even the worst film I've seen. So you failed, Naderade.
Not even the worst film I've seen. That's on the back of the box.
I've seen
Tell me.
Not even.
A quick
Straight
spoiler
chilling
warning
crew.
on this. There are 0 reviews for this movie on Rotten Tomatoes. So the one and only submitted review
It's gonna
could
be so.
could
Not
be
the worst
not
film-
even the worst
not
film
even
I've
the
ever
worst film
seen.
I've seen. You
It's
failed,
not even the worst
Naderade.
film I've ever seen.
How does it feel to be
It's
a
not bad.
failure?
It's not even the worst film I've ever seen.
Naderade. Does it feel good to be a failure? I hope it does.
Depends on what his aim was, and I think we all know that it was not to make us enjoy ourselves.
Yeah. Hey, Bob, what do you think? Well, let me tell
What do you think of this film? Give me a score.
Oh, it's doo-doo butthole movie. We've all seen way fucking worse. Way fucking worse than this. Yeah,
Yeah.
If we watched it together and we're cracking jokes, like, we probably have a fine time, but that's
I've seen
not...
porn worse than this, Naderade. Come on.
That's not the case.
Stand by for the Chilloween party next year.
It's always cool to see Linnea in something, even if she's, like, not really being utilized hardly at all.
She was utilized.
She was.
She was
my
utilized.
God. The Reverend,
Contractually, she fulfilled the obligations.
the
It was very clear.
the obligations were fulfilled. The fucking Reverend was chewing the scenery, which was pretty entertaining. There's a bunch of silly lines and silly things that happen, and it's silly. So it's a 1 star from all of us. Solid 1 star.
Solid 1 star.
Heartland of Darkness. Check it out.
Okay.
That's that. We have a voicemail from Naderade, Randy.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
We have one.
So cool.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. There it is.
We got a badass
Ready?
over here, everyone.
Here comes Naderade with his whatever the fuck justification he's going to get laid down on this movie. Here we go.
This is Naderade calling in with my review on the Heartland of Darkness. 5 stars. Nobody puts Miles in the corner. Bye!
That's
Ripley,
the
where did you come
librarian
from?
sign off. You're not allowed to say TM, motherfucker.
You're not allowed to say.
Also, I guess I didn't get the full story. Like, what's going on? What was how does Miles factor into this
I don't think
situation?
anybody but Naderade gets the full story.
Okay.
I guess he was
Okay.
displeased that we found not Miles's last pick, but the pick before that to be shit, and so this is him getting back at us for that by picking another bad movie. I don't really know.
He wishes.
I don't really understand the logic here. I don't think anybody does. But
I see that you know your judo well.
I know my judo well.
thanks for calling, Naderade.
I'm a judo master.
I know judo.
I'm just a poke.
I'm going to use it to grab your large penis.
I'm sorry. What is? Wait,
Dang.
I don't know if I can yes and that in good conscience. I don't know.
That's part of the skit.
That's Heartland of Darkness. 5 star from Naderade, 1 star from you boys here at Straight Chillin'. Ray and Diesel already said there is no Rotten Tomatoes. I already blew through my trivia. Let's talk Cooter of the Week.
Straight chillin'. Cooter of the
Juice, what is a Cooter and why do we hunt them?
Oh, Cooter's character type. Straight chillin'
Chillin'
exclusive. And this is the one segment that's not going to disappoint us, boys, because Cooter has to hit 3 of these 5 points to be considered Cooter, and we want the Cooter with the most points. I believe we have a strong Cooter this week. The 5 points of Cooterdom are sexual deviance, manipulation, smug arrogance, overall look and attire, and overall patheticness. Boys, You know we got a Cooter this week.
Reverend Donovan
Let's talk the Rev. Let's talk the Reverend himself. Looking at attire, I must start off with that. That black mask outfit was killing me. Dude. I think that was my favorite thing about this film. That show is so funny. Got him on looking attire. Got his ass.
Got him.
Sexual deviance.
Yes. I think I
yeah.
felt weird when the father and daughter were having a bonding moment, and he just was repeatedly touching her hair and stuff.
That
and
was
just knowing that she's like a model about 15 years younger than him, maybe. Like, it was very fucking weird and a little Pornhub coded. Did not like that. But that's a whole different Cooter. So
that was a little weird. Yeah, that's a whole different guy.
Manipulation, check.
Manipulation, definitely, and smug arrogance, super
Check.
high on the
Good
manipulation
Lord.
and
both of
smug
those
arrogance.
are like through the
Through
goddamn
the roof.
ceiling. It's insane.
Yeah,
Patheticness.
Patheticness. I mean, I think so. The way he goes out is like pretty pathetic at the end. All this fucking he has the entire state at his back.
Yeah.
As a fucking small town faux Catholic Satanist priest has the entire state at his back and cannot kill this one girl for his stupid fucking black mask. Black mask.
He's like a Jeremiah Sand understudy, really. Like,
Yeah, he really
he is.
He
Yeah.
also
Similar.
got his sweet black mass party interrupted. You know, I
Yeah,
mean, he didn't
like a
even get to
bitch.
finish
By a guy who was supposed to be in jail but was just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when he pops up
Never
and
got
says,
to taste.
bitch, and then shoots that girl. It's like, so what a ridiculous reveal. He's just a cop. He just is a cop.
Yeah, he was just a cop. Yeah, I think he hits all five,
Oh, yeah.
boys.
All
I think he's a
five, yeah.
top tier Cooter right
Strong
there.
Cooter, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else you could probably? I mean, Attorney General. There's a lot of the like underlings
the
you
whole
could probably throw
cult
there.
in general.
Everybody's
Please don't make me think about this
manipulating.
movie more.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got him, boys.
Yeah, we got it. He's top tier. Nobody's gonna top the Revy
We got
Dawn, as the kids call him. Sixes
Revy
and
Dawn,
sevens. You know,
yeah.
Revy Dawn over here.
Sixes and sevens.
you know
oh,
that's what
God.
the kids say. So
The kids say that.
we got him. Lock him up. Throw
The
away the key.
children.
Let's talk about what we've been watching.
Hey gang, what you been watching?
Finishing that review is like taking a huge shit. It's just such a relief.
Oh,
Which, by the way, I'm surprised you didn't do,
yeah.
Randy.
Did you shit in your chair and you're just sitting in it really
Buddy,
hard?
I'm
Oh,
impacting
boy.
that shit for pain tomorrow. That's what's
Pain
happening.
and pleasure.
I love it.
Randy. Oh boy. Oh no.
I'll show you such shites.
Oh, God.
I got Bob. I knew I'd get Bob.
Well, I mean, it's a
Randy.
poop joke.
I know.
mean, come on.
I'm an easy mark.
Sometimes I need that fish in the barrel to make me feel good. Just let me have
That's
this.
Randy, what you been watching?
There's quite a backlog. We had a lot going on and a lot of movies that we actually wanted to talk about the last month that we spent a lot of time on. So we didn't get to cover a lot of these. So I'll go through all of it now. Like I mentioned, I played this game UFO 50. I've mentioned that before, which is like a sequence of not a sequence, but an array of like 58-bit style games,
yeah.
original games that are made as if they were made back in the day, but they're using like a lot of like more modern logic and stuff like that, and modern game thinking or whatever, and how they build it. And like every game I played on it, for the most part, has been at least somewhat enjoyable. But the one that I've liked the best so far was called Minnie and Max, which has this mechanism where you're playing as a girl, a young girl, and she has a dog named Max. The dog barely factors in as far as I can tell. But she's like locked in a bedroom during a party, and she shrinks down to like bug size, and you like jump all over this tiny room that's now huge. It's kind of like Toy Story-ish. It's pretty rad. So I enjoy that quite a bit. One thing I withheld from my Halloween recap was the Evil Dead musical that we went to see, which is the second time we've seen it. The same troupe, they do it yearly up in Baltimore area. And it's just a lot of fun, man. We were right up front. We got splattered like crazy. They used like hoses of fucking fake tempera paint blood. It was it was a lot of fun. A hell of a lot of fun. I recommend you go if you get a chance. Somebody told me on the Slack that they'd gone to see it, but that they used red confetti or glitter instead of like liquid blood, and I just felt so bad.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for that, like for both the people producing it and for the people in the audience, because I feel like that had to be a requirement of the venue or something. But yeah, it's so fun to be in that splash zone, man. I definitely recommend it. It basically covers the like Evil Dead 1 and 2 with some twists and with some winks to the camera sort of thing. And some off-color blue humor, of course.
Whoa! Gotta make it blue.
Gotta make it blue. Gotta make it blue before you make it red. And then I got to see Streetlight Manifesto for I don't know, like the 8th time. They came
around, huh?
Nice.
Yeah, it was really, really sick. It's always fun, and buddy, they're just so. That is one of the most impressively tight bands I've seen live. Still to this day,
they have new music out and stuff.
They had an album like a year or two ago that I just didn't listen to really at all. They played a few songs from that, which were good, but I just didn't have the frame of reference for it. But of course, they played so many bangers.
They're supposed to put a record out this past June.
That's what I heard. Yeah,
they pushed it back to fall, and it's like still not out. So I don't know what's going.
Thomas Kalnucky is famously never satisfied with the output. So
they released like 2 singles in June instead of the full record, but the rest of it is supposed to come out soon, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll definitely check that out. They're just so like I can't believe how perfectly timed every aspect of this like fucking 15-person band is, like, and while they're also like fucking jumping and bouncing around like it was any other pop punk band. It's amazing. Great stuff there.
Maybe they'll make a straight chillin' version, you know? Maybe we could hire them to make a straight chillin' song.
That'd be pretty sick.
Straight light chilling festo.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is. Then I rewatched The Addams Family Values, which is just a fucking incredible movie. I might rewatch it again since there's such a heavy focus on Thanksgiving, and maybe I'll watch it in summer since there's such a heavy focus on summer camp. What the fuck's going on with this movie? It's a movie for all seasons. But yeah, that fucking movie is incredible. It is so funny. I love when Morticia is like the family's chained up by Debbie. And Debbie's like giving her monologue or whatever, and Morticia's like, "Debbie, you've entrapped Fester. You're stealing from our family. You're going to kill us all. But really, pastels." I love that line so much because that's what pisses Debbie off. It's the best. Anyway, speaking of Goosebumps earlier, we watched The Haunted Mask for the first time in many years, and
nice.
It's a spooky little kids show, man. It's a good time.
I like it. Yeah.
That what's her name, like Mary Beth or whatever the kid character's name is. She does a great job. That actress deserves the credit for it. The fucking special effects not so much, but it's sold by her performance, I think. I watched both Halloween episodes of King of the Hill. Halloween, which is the one where Bobby is almost seduced by a Christian abstinence pledge or whatever. And Hank convinces him to come out trick-or-treating. It rules. And then Pygmalion, where fucking what's her name? Luann is hired or like starts dating this pork products manufacturer magnate in his stately mansion, and things go really fucking creepy, and it is definitely the darkest episode of the show. It's amazing. Check those episodes out. One of my colleagues suggested a movie called Burnt Offerings with Betty Davis and a bunch of other people that I either can't remember who they are or I didn't know who they were. And that's more of like a summer rental movie, and it's a strange one. It's not bad. It's kind of like gothic horror, but it's also not good. Let's be clear. It's closer in spirit to Heartland of Darkness than it is Babadook. Let's just say that.
All right.
Yeah, I watched that. Watched Connor O'Malley, the stand-up comedian / psychopath. So watched Conor O'Malley. It was incredible. He ended the set on an active shooter drill, which was just a video of him it's like an AI generated video and like him like looking at his desktop, and you get to see all fucked up shit that he's been looking on his tabs. Like, I don't know. I can't remember what it was. It was very funny. It's just take my word for it. Go check that out. Conor O'Malley's a very funny guy. Shelby Oaks by our esteemed and hated rival.
Boy.
Yeah. Went to see that. Bob, I know you have also seen that. Have you released that mini episode yet?
No. It'll be coming out at the end of November.
Well, I'm excited to not listen to that and instead talk to you about it because I have thoughts. I have some thoughts.
Whoa.
And you know what? The rivalry lives on. Let's just say that. Right. I rewatched Halloween 2018 for the first time in a few years, and I fucking like that movie, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a fucking good movie. It's got incredible Halloween vibes, and I don't know. I enjoy watching it. Like, the brutality of it is pretty great, and it's just very stripped down and simple Halloween story, basically. I rewatched the Out There mega tape, WNUF 2. Had a decent time watching that. I still prefer the original for sure. That's my personal preference. Rocky Horror Picture Show, rewatch that. Still enjoyable. Still not 100% my thing. And then, of course, on Halloween night, I ended my Halloween happy hour with a viewing of the classic Ghost Watch. So,
nice.
There you go. Backlog complete.
Nice. Juice, what you been watching?
Oh, I also watched Addams Family Values as well. And yeah, that would be, I was thinking about like, oh man, we haven't covered any of the Addams Family on here. So
that's picked it for my next host pick, but I did not.
Yeah, that's on the list now for me too, to consider for future polls and whatnot. Watch all the classics, you gotta do it. Casper, Hocus Pocus, Over the Garden Wall, watched Halloween out of that cookout, drive-in kind of style. That was fun. Then, of course, November 1st, Nightmare Before Christmas. That's the time you got to watch it. That's the time you got to do it right there.
Right on schedule.
It's not the only time you can watch it. It's just the best time you can watch it. That's the only difference,
Yes, we know.
You don't want to let it sit.
So I watched that. So yeah, just a lot of the classics. I rewatched right before Halloween, maybe the night before Halloween. What's the Philippo's new film?
Bring Her Back.
Bring Her Back. I rewatched one.
Bring Her Back.
Because it's now on Netflix. And when I originally watched it, the version was not so great. So I rewatched that. And yeah, it was good. It held up.
Yeah.
I watched a new Korean film, which I guess like blew up at the Toronto Film Festival this past year and is getting all kind of like unique release deals because of it worldwide. So I was like, I got to check out this buzz. It's called The World of Love. It's the English title, and it was good. Quite sad. It's just a drama. So it's not a horror film or anything, but it was the director's third film that she's released, and I don't know if it's kind of like I haven't seen her other two films, but they have similar kind of English titles, The World of Us and The House of Us. So I don't know if it's kind of like a loose thematic trilogy or something, but I think they all kind of focus on perspectives of kids and stuff and like growing up and stuff like that. So yeah, it was good. It was quite sad. But yeah, I think that's all I've been watching. Bob, what you been watching?
Oh, hey.
Hey there, guy.
Yeah, blasted through some of the must-watch movies. We put on Halloween 1 and 3 while we were carving jack-o'-lanterns earlier this week. Also watched Beetlejuice, watched Ginger Snaps. Also, I had to go back and catch up on Joe Bob's Splatterween double feature because he was doing that the same night we were having our Chilloween party. And it was their 200th episode of The Last Drive-In, which is kind of crazy to consider. They showed Clown in a Cornfield and the classic Halloween film, Jack-O. Everybody loves Jack-O.
Oh, yeah.
And Did you say it was the 200th episode? Was it the 200th movie or 200th episode?
Yes.
You know?
Both. Because each episode's a movie, so it's the same.
Okay, well, I know they usually double up and triple up and things like that, so I wasn't sure if those counted.
Oh, I get your question now. Yeah, it was 200th movie / show because they did the double and then they did the single for a while, and then now they only do the doubles like once a month. They keep changing the format. So,
did he go into the fucking drama that we talked about at length? On the commentary?
The commentary.
He did mention the commentary and like how hilarious it is because that Jack-O commentary is still to this day my favorite commentary of all time.
We covered that during COVID. I'm pretty sure I was in a quarantine hotel at the time when we covered that. Man. I have this distinct memory of that.
That's wild. That was cool to watch, though. He had Guar, the band Guar, on there, and they played a handful of shows and or a handful of songs on the show, and then sat in and talked to him about Jack-O a little bit and about their music, obviously.
All right.
So that was pretty cool. Also, I have watched the first 2 episodes of It, Welcome to Derry, that new HBO Max show. And I am enjoying it more than I really thought I would so far, anyways. I've never read the gigantic 1,000-page novel, It. So I don't really know a lot about these little stories, but this is set in the 60s, the early 60s, I believe, in Derry, of course. And it's got one familiar character that I won't spoil, one character that I do recognize from another Stephen King property that was really interesting to me, and I don't know if that's actually in the book. I don't want to spoil it, but I find it very interesting. Some pretty cool kills. It's very goofy. It's got some zany shit going on. So I think it's been kind of polarizing so far. But I'm having fun with it. It starts at 11. Like they come out the gate swinging on this, so it's they're not holding back by any means.
Would you qualify it as like how does it compare in terms of like production quality to the films? I'm just curious.
Fairly comparable, I would say.
Okay, cool.
Maybe a slight step down, but not much for my eye. Pretty comparable.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've been watching that, blasting through some of the backlog of the Bob's Burgers Halloween episodes, because most of those are pretty great, honestly. That might be about it. I think that's about all I really been watching there, fellas. So, there you go. The backlog is complete. We do have 4 voicemails to catch up on, too, so let's go ahead and jump into our Hotline Screams.
Hotline Scream.
If you guys are listening and would like to call and leave a voicemail to be featured on next week's show, hit us up at 904-638-3231. First up, we're going to hear from our friend Chris. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Hey, guys. It's Chris again. So, sorry for calling 2 weeks in a row. First, I wanted to apologize about my last voicemail. I knew my chick was out of town for work, and I had drinking way too much and stayed up way too late. And I knew I had left a voicemail, but I couldn't remember what I called about. And so I listened to it, and I was like, oh, yeah. I sound just as drunk as I actually was. But anyways, the reason I was calling was because, and I had called about this last year leading up to the Halloween special, to plead and ask if you would reveal what the other picks were so that we could know what we could have had in some alternate universe. And then I also wanted to say, too, shout out to the Monster Squad mention. I just watched that last night leading up. That's pretty much the only thing I've watched this spooky season so far, but it's just a great movie, and I think that's probably my first exposure to the classic monsters. And I remember watching that. It was like something that I rented a lot when I was a kid. You know, when I go to the video store, one of the old standbys. You know, it's like, let's get Monster Squad again. And Rudy, man, Rudy was so cool. I was like, that's what I want to be when I grow up. Like, get a little bit older, I wanted the loafers and the jeans with the cuffed bottoms and the leather jacket, smoking cigarettes. Man, it was so awesome. But anyways, thanks for the show again. Talk to you later. Bye.
I don't know, Bob. You pick. Do we reveal our other picks?
I don't.
I think y'all have in the past.
I
know.
think I
kind of
at least. I don't really care, honestly. But if you want to hold on to yours, you can.
Let's hold them back. We might do something with them, and if not, then eventually they will be revealed.
I'll say mine. Mine was fucking obvious.
I don't think Bob's was that big of a deal. Yeah.
Bob's is pretty obvious.
Mine was just called Nightmares, and it was Nightmare on Elm Street 4, 5, and 6. And that was it.
Just wanted to round out though.
Yeah.
We did the first 3. I thought we'd do the next 3. You know.
Yeah.
You know what? I am gonna go ahead and reveal mine because it does kind of play into my upcoming host pick, which mine was Pay the Price, which was all Vincent Price films. So I had Witchfinder General, Mask of the Red Death, and The Abominable Dr. Phoebes, which is the film that we're going to watch in a few weeks for my pick, just out of like sheer curiosity. I just have such a blind spot for Price's stuff. So
nice. Good shit. Phoebes is, I think you'll enjoy it.
Is it Phoebes? Is that how they pronounce it in the film?
I believe it is. Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Okay, I've been saying Phoebes. Such an idiot.
What an idiot!
God damn it,
Chris.
I see you're inexperienced, Randy.
You damn ignorant!
Oh my God, you're serving Reverend Dalton or whatever the fuck his name was.
Dalton.
Yes,
Dalton.
We really do have a lot to learn.
I do want to lead a call, you know.
We do know. Thanks for calling,
like
Chris.
That guy. He's bad at it.
The voicemail we played from Chris a couple weeks ago, I couldn't tell that he was drunk, honestly. But
I don't remember that.
Yeah, there you go. We had no idea. But, we know now. I
do love that we are essentially the booty call at that point. His girl's gone. He's gonna call someone while she's at it. He's drunk.
We're the girl he told her not to worry about.
His girl's gone. He's drunk. He's gonna make a late night call, and it's the straight chilling crew.
Gotta call the boys.
I'm here to play, baby.
Dude, y'all remember that
Come
one?
on, bring it, baby.
That one we got on Instagram that one time? That was real fucking...
Just the one, Mom?
Crazy.
Look,
I'm surprised we haven't got more, to be honest. Yeah. I'm surprised that's... I'm surprised.
Man,
I'm still waiting on the Rule 34 slash fiction to come out about the three of us.
It's out there.
Y'all are lucky that we handle ourselves with dignity and restraint.
Oh, that's us to a T.
Chris,
Bob comes quicker than Halloween. Am I right?
You call us anytime you're feeling lonely, man. We'll take care of you.
That's right.
Next up, we're gonna hear from our biggest fan, Nos. What's he got to say?
A phone bill.
Yo, what is up, boys? It's been a while since I called. I think it's been like 3 months, some shit like that. It's been a long time. Holy shit.
This is not.
I've been watching or listening to y'all's episodes on movies that I've actually been watching. So me and a couple friends have been on a huge binge of horror movies. And this is like the first time I've really watched horror movies this past couple months. So I want to know y'all's thoughts with a question on what was the number one movie that had y'all genuinely what the fuck at the end? The story was just so fucking crazy. Because for me, it was definitely Skinamarink, and I think I texted Justin about it when I first watched it. That. I won't say any spoilers, but that movie had me what in the fuck? That movie was insane, dude. It was just so dark, and I was just so surprised that not a whole lot of people liked it. Like we looked up reviews before we watched it, and the reviews were like terrible. They're like 2 stars. I was like, wow, holy shit. I enjoyed it. I just didn't really like how vague the story of it was. But like I started watching kind of like videos on like what it meant, like the explanation videos on like what the whole movie kind of like stood for. And it was just like, I still can't get the movie out of my head. Like I think about it like every week. Like it was just like, oh my gosh. And my friend was the same way with like how a lot of people don't like it. Like we finished it. It's just like, dude, that was the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life, dude. And I was like, oh my, really? Like, but I think I'm kind of biased because I really like that kind of analog, like CRT, old vintage kind of horror movies. And that kind of fit it perfectly. But yeah, that was the darkest movie like I've ever seen. I was fucking terrified. Like that was like the scariest thing I've ever seen. So I want to know, like what was that movie that y'all were like, what the fuck that y'all seen? Like it just made you sit on it for like weeks, or even made you like rewatch it. Cause yeah, that was the only movie that had me like thinking about it ever since I watched it. Like I was just like, oh my gosh. Cause yeah, we've seen other movies like Sinister, like kind of like other scary movies. But none of them really kind of like kept me thinking about them like that one. Like that one was just insane, dude. So I want to know your thoughts on that and like which one y'all would pick. But yeah, love listening to the podcast, boys. Happy Friday. Actually, I don't know about Justin, so you know what fucking day it is over there. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, but I want to know.
Yeah, so
That's
my apologies.
My brother, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. My apologies. The files are mislabeled on my system. My bad.
It's my brother Joel.
Sorry, Nos.
Yeah, he did text. He did text me when he watched Skinamarink. So yeah, I'm glad he liked. Bob, you kind of had a similar reaction at the end of Skinamarink, if I remember our review right. You kind of were freaked out by the end of it.
I overall did enjoy that. I know it's a polarizing movie. There was one moment that scared the ever-loving shit out of me. It like made me scream out loud. Overall, yeah, it's pretty thought-provoking. I know some people find it boring because there's not a lot of like action on the screen, but that like sort of the white noise that just like sort of never relents, and that sort of like matches the noise of the film grain, and you can't totally be sure what you're seeing or like what's going on, and you're constantly looking at the background and waiting for things to sort of pop up. So it's effective. I like it overall. Yeah, it's a thought-provoking movie.
I'm trying to zero in on exactly what he's asking too. Like is it like movies that you're like that
just
blow your mind, or just that sticks with you?
You had to sit with, yeah. You had to kind of had to like.
You go ahead, Juice. You're about to launch into one.
Well, I was gonna say one thing that's come up because we've discussed it, and I know like some of our other friends like podcasts have discussed it and like been kind of baffled with it. Seems like it kind of blows a lot of people's minds. Is The Wailing? So it's a Korean movie, The Wailing, about the possession. And in that movie, you're never really sure who is the antagonist, I guess, or like where the kind of negative energy is coming from and where it goes back and forth. So I think that's a movie that kind of like blows a lot of people's minds, and really is one you kind of have to watch like 2 or 3 times to kind of get a solid footing on. And I still think that's like probably the best Korean horror film. So
it's
I would
solid,
say The Wailing. Yeah.
I mean, I have a tough time choosing one that I think fits the bill exactly. I don't know. I would say that in terms of movies that made me that just like stuck with me and like filled me with dread, Threads is definitely up there. Skinamarink is actually up there as well for me, for the reasons Bob pointed out. I would say Martyrs also has a claim to that.
Martyrs comes to mind, yeah.
Martyrs, yeah, for sure. Martyrs.
Yeah, but as far as like if you go past the like idea that it's like it's sticking with you because it's so like spooky that you can't stop thinking about it. Like if you go past that, then there are movies that the movies that did stick with me, like Late Night with the Devils. Like I just couldn't stop thinking about that movie because it just hit so many of my like pleasure points. It felt like it was made just for me, you know. I think I said that before. So like movies like that stuck with me as well. Ghost Watch is scary. It's a scary movie, but also like the thing about it is it's just so fucking unique and like impeccably done. That one sticks with me, and I'm always going to recommend that one. So those are just the ones that come to mind for me. Bob, were you about to say some more?
Yeah, this one is not particularly scary, but it's a movie that I could not stop thinking about after I watched it, and it's Deerskin. We did a review on it. It's a bizarre French movie, and it just like blew my mind. I could not stop thinking about that one. Martyrs was the first thing that came to mind. Also, Inside, like if you want something that's a little more like sort of what the fucky, Inside comes to mind. It's a lot of French movies apparently. Interesting one to ponder with some pretty gruesome stuff, similar to Martyrs. Possession.
Funny Games was another one.
Funny Games, yeah.
Funny Games, yeah. Well, like there's
or what's
some
the
that
original of Funny Games?
It's Funny Games as well.
It's just Funny Games.
Title,
yeah.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Fuck, I don't remember. But,
Possession is
I was gonna say like
ride.
movies that like Possession and Possessor, by the way. But
Possessor, yeah.
And what is that movie? Coherence and Triangle, like the mind benders are a special breed of what he's talking about.
Triangle's
for
fucking
sure.
great.
Triangle's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Triangle.
Coherence, The Invitation, these sort of like social anxiety movies that have like pretty nifty twists and turns going on. I don't know. There's a lot. There's just a lot. I would say the Blair Witch Project, but that's because of how old I was when I saw it.
The Substance comes to mind too. It's not like layered in its meaning. It's very pointed, extremely pointed. But that was one that like just sort of like knocked me off my seat, so to speak, and I definitely was like sitting with that one for a while. Red Rooms, for sure. Actually,
Red Rooms. I was gonna say, out of movies that we haven't actually reviewed, Red Rooms is way up there.
I mean, that's like from Quebec, but French language, a lot of French stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean that's a solid list.
It's a solid list. Yeah, check those out. Check all those out and get back.
All those, all those are good.
Yeah, some light viewing for you.
All right, let's see if I got Nos on tap
maybe
here or
Nos
not.
is next.
Sorry about that. All right, here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nos here. Good news. I bought a global pass, so I am not paying a shit ton of money anymore to call y'all. I think now I pay like 50 euros a year now for that global pass, so that's a pretty good deal. Also, so you talked about if you had Belgian women that are like pretty, yeah, we have pretty women around here where I live. Not a lot, but there are some. And mostly they drink beer and eat chocolate and fries. Yeah, but after they have drunk the beer, the prettiness fades away, But anyways, this weekend I went to Black Phone 2. I don't want to think like that. Black Phone 2 is a really good movie, and I really hope you guys cover it one day, maybe soon. I don't know if it's on the schedule or not, but I hope you really cover it soon. But that movie I found it better than the first one, and the first one was already a really good movie. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. And then I heard the voicemail of Miles, and he's right. There's a lot of contenders for like the biggest fan, and if we had a contest on the biggest fan, I would definitely not win because I'm only here like how many months? I think 8. I think I've been around for 8 months. I've been like listening to a month to y'all, and then I joined Slack, and then till now, I only started calling like a month ago, I think. So, I got the U pick for RoboCop, and then I started calling in, and I was like it. So, I would definitely lose that. There are definitely people that have been around here longer and definitely deserve that title. So, you're right, Miles. Yeah, that's it. Keep chilling, guys. Love you, and bye-bye.
Well, there's really only one way to reconcile who the biggest fan is, and that's by a bare knuckle boxing tournament. So everybody get ready. Start training now.
Unfortunately, Miles
Chilloween
has been
next year is going to be a bloody fair. Yeah. Miles has been training his whole life for this moment. He's destined.
And just got his black belt. Congratulations.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, congrats to him.
Man. For sure. Everybody can be our biggest fan. It's not a competition.
Well, we can make
if
it.
you want to be our largest fan, we can send you some snacks.
Fight amongst yourselves. Yeah, that's.
I will say though, that's dedication. Though he bought a special pass just to talk with us. I mean, that's some bonus points right there.
Yeah, that is. And Justin's keeping track.
I always keep.
So the man keeps track.
He writes things down.
It would be nice if we had some female biggest fans, but I'll take what we can get.
Well, I mean, you drink enough beer in Belgium, you might find some questionably attractive women.
With the logo. Was he calling them fat? Is that?
I don't know.
They drink chocolate, or they drink chocolate.
They drink chocolate and fries, though. We hear.
They eat.
They're drinking them fries, people.
You are fucked up.
Eat
your beer.
Speak English, Doc. We ain't scientists.
But no, that show's killing me. That was really funny.
Yeah, good stuff. Thanks, Nas.
He came out swinging, so he's like, "Oh yeah, we got them pretty ladies," and then just started tearing it down. I was like, "Okay."
I thought he was kind of like, "Yeah, I thought it was more like that from the beginning.
Maybe I misunderstood. Thanks for calling, Nas. Always good to hear from you, man. Last but not least, speak of the devil, we're going to hear from our boy Miles. Let's hear what Miles has to say.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Miles here. You guys had the prompt about how people got into Universal Monsters and what their first, introduction to those characters are. That's actually how I got into horror. Now I'm not 100 years old, so I wasn't alive when those movies came out. But I got into horror through being into Godzilla when I was a small child. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these, but maybe people that, some of the listeners who are probably in their 30s or older, will, or maybe you guys do remember these, but there were these, I think it was Crestwood, I think it was a publishing company, but they made these series of monster books. There were these thin orange books, and they had, each book was dedicated to a different movie monster, and they had, it would tell you like their backstory, it would go through all the movies that they were in. They came out in the 70s, and, I was a young child in the 90s, so they were about 20 years old, but they would float around school libraries and stuff like that. But, I read, they had the one on Godzilla, and it went over Godzilla's history and all the movies up until, that current, whenever they came out in the 70s. But they also had one for the Universal monsters. They had Frankenstein, the Wolfman, Dracula, so Invisible Man. So that's how I got into those, because I checked those out, and then I went and sought out those movies. So I actually saw, not all of them, but I saw Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein, Creature from Black Lagoon, very, very young, and that's an Abbott and Costello crossovers. And I was kind of like that perfect age where, those are like horror appropriate for like children, like in a lot of cases. I think. I mean, maybe a kid's a pussy and they can't handle it, but but yeah, no. That's how I got into Universal horror. That's actually was my introduction into horror, and then I got into other things. So I'm curious to hear how other people came into it. I know that's not how most people get introduced to those, especially now because they're very. I mean, their movies are pushing 100 years old now. But yeah. I just want to know if any of the other listeners. I believe it was Crestwood. It had those bright orange books with all the monsters. Yeah. All right. Take care.
At first, I was like,
"How what he's talking about?"
Yeah, well, it was from stuff printed in the 70s, and I think that's the disconnect. Because he started by saying, "Oh, people who are in their 30s might remember this." I was like, "How old do you think we are exactly?"
I don't think I've ever seen those orange.
I'm in my mid-20s, so I don't know anything about what you're talking about.
You don't know shit.
Oh shit.
But that's really cool, and like I love the idea of the Universal Monsters as like your introduction to horror. Like I really love that. Like it just feels appropriate as hell.
It's
unless
classic.
of course your kid's a fucking pussy.
God damn.
That's the litmus
the
test
black
that
belt.
Miles
He
requires.
got the black belt, and now he's just
Now he's
you
a
know.
badass.
Now he's calling kids pussies all over town.
Damn.
They had it coming. Someone needs to tell them. They need to know.
Sounds like Nosh just got a extra bonus point there for politeness. So Miles, you got to watch yourself.
Write
If
it
you wanna
down
be
in
the
your book.
Not
biggest fan.
disparaging children,
Write it down. But disparaging women. It's
but
I don't
disparaging
know.
women. Yes, that's true. It kind of balances.
Oh, come on
Yeah.
now. We love the women here. Don't spread
I wasn't
that
the one disparaging
bad
them.
seed
Nos
around.
was.
Oh, that's true. I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I just looked up these books. They're cool looking. I would have picked this up.
cool. Yeah, I
Nice.
haven't seen those. I'm unfamiliar with them, but that is a really cool way to get into the genre. It feels like the correct way to do it. You know, like
Right. You did the math.
you
first,
did the
you know?
homework. The homework. You showed your work. That's cool, man. Yeah, thanks for calling in. I think that was really the only response we got. Finding out how people were introduced to the Universal Monsters, which was a great prompt. It was great. Thanks for calling, Miles. That's all the voicemails we have. Next week, if you'd like to call and leave one for next week's show, hit us up 904-638-3231. We're getting right back on that Frankenstein train next week because we're talking about Del Toro's newest film, Frankenstein, hitting Netflix this Friday.
Damn, that's like the third or fourth week. Of
Yeah, we did Reanimator, the original 31 Frankenstein, and now we're doing Del Toro's Frankenmang movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of
I think ultimately the people chose the best Halloween triptych.
I know that you do think that.
I think
We all
everybody's
are aware
happy
your opinion
with
of
their
that.
choice.
You're all very aware of that opinion, yes. It is not hidden.
We are aware. Do you guys have any prompts for next week? Any great, brilliant prompts you want to throw out there for next week?
Probably.
Just so who wants to stake their claim as our number one fan? Who's our Annie Wilkes? Gonna hobble our asses.
If you want
out of love.
What's your biggest regret? Talking Frankenmane. What's the biggest thing in your life that's come back to haunt you forever?
You ever dig up a
Is it
corpse and then live to regret
Is it the corpse man you turn back to life? It is.
Is that it?
Tale as old as time.
Did he come get you? If you want a third prompt option, I would say do precisely what we did at the top of this show. Colin, tell us about your whole ass Halloween season. What'd you get into? How was it?
But in 3 minutes.
But in 3 minutes, yeah. Talk quickly.
Call in and filibuster like this whole episode was.
I don't know. We got a lot to say next week. So.
Yeah.
Save the filibustering for the next
Naderade pick.
Yeah. Check out Del Toro's Frankenstein. Hopefully it was playing in a theater near you because obviously all of his stuff is best seen on the big screen. But if not, it will be on Netflix this Friday. So check it out. Get ready for next week's show. We're on all the socials. Just search Straight Chilling Podcast. Will pop right up. Also, there's links for all that shit in the notes of every single episode of all time. So just click on those links if you want to. If you want to join in the daily Slack channel conversations, let us know on one of those social media outlets, and I'll send you a link so you can do so. And until next week, as always, all you mother truckers, please keep chilling.
The devil is a motherfucking liar, so you know I ain't worried, biatch.